A's Extra.
We roll on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Ben Shulman alongside Miami pitcher Daniel Federman. Big game yesterday, 3 innings, 6 strikeouts. How were you feeling in your first Cape League performance of 2021?
I felt good. It's pretty rare when you got more than 2 pitches working that day, and yesterday I had that. Made some great plays in the field and being on the same page as the catcher the whole game. So, it makes a big difference.
What was that third pitch that you had going, and what were you trying to do with it?
It's really the first time I've thrown a curveball in a while. I worked in my bullpen with Cook, gave me a few pointers. It's the first time I've really worked on it, and yesterday I was able to throw it. I was able to throw a first strike, bury it. So I think that was a difference maker, and then the changeup away to lefties. Guys are using wood bats, so being able to pitch in, execute, and it's a little bit tougher with the wood to get around than an aluminum they've been using all season. So just a combination of those 3.
You were in the highest leverage situation of anyone in the game. You come in, it's tied, and in that last bottom of the 9th inning, did you know that even if you got the 3 outs, you guys weren't going to extras, it was going to be a tie game?
I didn't, so I was getting ready to go out for the next inning because they didn't say anything, and Cook comes up, oh, great job, that's it. I'm like, that's game? He's like, yeah, we're not going to an extra inning. So I was upset, but it is what it is.
Still, what can you take away from that performance, ending the game with striking out the side in the bottom of the 9th?
You just got to build on it, see what worked for you that day, and try to transition it to the next outing. That's all you can do.
So you weren't the only Miami guy pitching yesterday. Victor Medeiros, your teammate, went as well. What did you see from him, and what kind of stuff was he working with?
Yeah, he's got an electric arm. He's got great stuff, and I was happy for him. His first outing in the Cape. It's obviously a little bit of pressure. There's a lot of scouts here. There's the best competition you're going to face around. I thought he did a good job. He's got to throw a little bit more strikes here and there, but he's got the stuff that's going to play. He's going to do a great job the rest of the summer.
You mentioned scouts. You're a guy that could potentially be looking to head to the pros pretty soon. Does that factor in at all? Do you think about the guys that are sitting behind the plate, especially at Falmouth, watching you and trying to see if you could be a pro prospect for their team?
During the game, not so much, but obviously before the game, it's mostly the reason for coming up here. Obviously, is the exposure is big. This is, I guess, as close to pro ball as you're going to get with the wood bats and, just day in, day out playing. But, yeah, definitely, you think about it. That's why you come up here. You want to impress some people.
So it was Victor's first appearance. It's far from your first appearance. You're one of the few veterans on this team back with the Anglers after the 2019 season. What is that like to be one of the lone veterans, and what kind of role have you taken in the dugout and in the clubhouse?
No, just, being there, making sure that the guys, know what to expect. It's a long summer, so the highs and lows or ups and downs. He's going to get 7, 8, 9 more outings. You can't really worry about one good outing or one bad outing. You kind of just got to build off the next one and go from there.
And not just baseball-wise, how much more comfortable are you now in your second summer in Chatham? Which beaches you want to go to, restaurants? Do you kind of have your spots now?
I do. I love it here. I'm actually staying with my host family from 2019. It's been awesome. Everybody here is great. I haven't had a bad meal since I've been here. It's a great spot. I think, honestly, from what I've seen, this is the best spot in the Cape.
And you're one of the few guys who have seen what some would say are the best fans in the Cape here at Veterans Field, now returning for the first time in almost 700 days. What is it going to be like to see Chatham fans packing the stands again?
Oh, I'm excited. It's going to be great. Under the lights, too. It's just a good environment. I'm glad there's people can come out after the whole COVID thing. So I'm expecting a big crowd tonight, and I'm fired up for the guys.
Another vet on the mound tonight, Vernon, who was with the team in 19. We were talking a little bit before. He's got a completely different look, basically, than he did in 2019. What's the big difference you've seen in practice with Vern throwing?
He just looks, he's obviously lost a ton of weight. He's worked so hard the past 2 years. From the time I first met him, he looks like a completely different person. I'm proud of him. He put his mind to it. He set a goal for himself, and he's accomplished it. And I think he's put himself in a great position for this year's draft. And he's just a great guy. You can ask anybody out here. Everybody loves Vern. Everybody knows who he is. He's a happy-go-lucky guy. So, I'm rooting for him, and, I hope he does what he needs to do tonight.
Vernon on the mound tonight. He tries to succeed after another 2019 Angler, Daniel Federman, did yesterday. More coming up on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Thank you, Daniel. Back to you, Emmanuel.